Alright, so let's jump into it. I think I start every single video off with, alright. It's like a habit of mine. Oh well. So the last one we just set up, basic oil. We got plastic starting, so I said I was going to go ahead and, oh, let me get rid of this coal. Way too much coal in my pockets. Okay. So we also are going to need to use some of this to make sulfur. Luckily it's really easy. So I'll make 4 machines making that as well here. Maybe out to like right here. Yeah, okay. And it also takes in this one. So water and crude oil. I don't know why I just froze up there. I was trying to think. I lost my train of thought. So this is kind of like a good way because you can't have it on the same belt. Like if I were, you know, to do this, these get mixed up. So you have to space it out by 1. So this is a good design that's tileable. You can place a bunch of these and it just keeps going. But you gotta split up for liquids. You have to split it up because unlike belts, you can't do them next to each other like this. You can't have one liquid in here, one liquid in here, because they do that. They auto-connect. And then there can't be more than one type of pipe or one type of liquid per pipe. So you kind of have to leave them spaced out like this or like this to where they're kind of weaved with underground. It's very important because otherwise if they 2 different things touch that aren't the same liquid, they will just deadlock. It'll freeze up because nothing will be traveling through it. They'll hit the same pipe. Like if I have a pipe of water here and a pipe of oil here and they touch, they're just going to deadlock on this tile. Nothing will be able to move, and so you don't want that because then everything else stops moving. But oops, let me do this so that's powered up. Alright, so we got our petroleum going into these. Now we need water. We're going to have to go way out here for water. So I'm going to do this. Let's just drag it down a bit. And you'll see here what I mean about the pumps. I used to, when I was traveling, porting liquids far distances, I would put a pump like this every single one of these, and I would just copy and paste and do this. I realize that's overkill now. You don't have to do it. It will tell you, because there's like a flow rate where if you go far enough distance, it will stop. It'll lose pressure and stop flowing. So you have to have a pump to continue the flow, but it's a lot less than what I had originally been doing and what you actually need. So it'll give a notification. For now, I'm just going to draw this all the way to the water. Do I have offshore pumps? I should. I don't think I do. I do. Okay, right here. Offshore pumps. We need those to get water out. So that's good. We have some. Pretty excited because once we get blue science going and start researching all the things that take blue science, the best one being robots. That's when the game really takes off, really gets a lot more exciting and fun. We are almost there. That's exciting. Exciting for me, if no one else. Okay, so I connected this whole thing up. Water's being pumped here through these pipes. It's going all the way out here, up here, and we didn't get the little notification. It'll appear down here, so that's perfect. We don't need any pumps to continue the pressure. So that's really good. These are all full, just about full, still traveling, but it would tell you down like the same place you get notifications about biters or things being destroyed in the base or power outages, whatever. That ends up like right down here in the bottom right. It would say like flow, and I think it notes it on the map. Like if the flow stopped right here, it would be this blinking thing right here that you would see. So pretty helpful. But we are making sulfur. Oh, we have a lot already. This stuff produces so fast, so that's awesome. And we're just gonna copy this right here and paste it like so. spaced it more evenly. Oh, that's not super even, whatever. But now we have sulfur. So we have two of the things we need for blue science. We have sulfur. We're going to have to make a big line of engine units and then somewhere with red ships. So I'm going to... This could be a good way to practice my editing skills. Because I'm going to have to take these two belts all from here all the way up to here. Never done a time lapse before. I want the sulfur to be right here, and I'm gonna put the plastic right here on this belt. So yeah. All right. So got that all connected very slowly. I mean, this is minimal production. I can just add onto these belts later. Once I start tapping all these oil patches right here and have a bigger setup for these. But for now, this will get us going at least to that first upgrade, which is this one. In the meantime, before I have blue science, I'm just going to continue with all the red and green science. I only have 2 more red and green science, and that's everything in that category. Then I have to start getting I can do all the red, green, and gray upgrades. But yeah, so eventually this will all get up to here. And now I can start looking at what I'm going to do with the sulfur and plastic I just made. Couldn't think of the word. So it's pretty exciting. We're getting close here. And I really didn't want to do red belts like over here, something messy, because this is neat, and also because what I like to do is get bots going, stock up on a bunch of bots, and then start placing upgrade planners periodically, and just let the bots go and upgrade everything. So I want to get like a good bot stockpile going before I start trying to do all the belt upgrades and stuff. But I'm gonna go ahead and make blue science. Somebody on my video told me because with the later sciences, to keep in mind, they all start producing more than one with ratios and stuff. So that is useful information. Let's see. What is next? Red chips, I think. Red chips are next. So these are much like the green chips, except they take one more thing to take in. So they take 2 plastic and 4 copper. Trying to think of the setup I do for these. This is going to be a very minimal setup because obviously I think by now I should have red belts and stuff to keep up if I want to do a proper red chip setup. But the route I'm going with this is going to be rush bots, get a good amount of bots, start making red belts, then start upgrading everything to red belt speed. So I want red chips, and to make red chips I need copper cables. So I think I'll do the same thing I normally do. I believe this is the setup. Might not be perfect. But I'm trying to not use any blueprints also this run. I don't know if anyone's noticed. I'm trying to make my own stuff because I think that's more useful to teach people like how to make it versus just. I like using blueprints, and I'll go online and find like some good blueprints or whatever. But a lot of times when you just throw down a blueprint, you don't know what it does. You spend so much time reverse engineering it that it would have been more useful to just make it yourself and learn how to make it more efficient. So, yeah, I think for creating content, I think it'd be a lot more useful to teach people how to build it from the ground up. That way they build it, they know exactly what it does, and they can use it in their games efficiently. So these are going to need copper cables, which I'll bring copper in right here. And right here, our plastic's almost here, that's exciting. Our Amazon delivery of plastic. And then we're going to need plastic and chips. So I believe what I like to do, I'm going to take this, let's see, let's think about this. How do I want to set it up? This, and then this. I believe this is what I do. So I'm going to bring in plastic right here and chips right here. Let's get power over this place. Alright. So I said this one was going to be plastic, this one's going to be chips. And we should have a couple machines making red chips. Very, very slowly, but still making nonetheless. A little bit is better than none. I'm going to place down these blue assemblers because that'll make it go a little bit faster. We're making a whopping 2 per minute. But you know what? More than nothing, and I only have to make, in order to get this technology unlocked for better oil production, I only have to make 75 blue sciences. 75 blue sciences, that's like 3 times 75 is what, like 225 I think. And I'm making 2 per minute, that's like a couple hours. So by the time, I don't know, math-wise, eventually it'll work out. These are going to be going right there. I'll run this runway way down, because we are going to need more stuff to be made. I don't know if people are, I mean, I guess I'll read the comments, but I feel like my base is getting pretty big. I haven't upgraded to the next thing of belts, and I don't know if people maybe do it a lot sooner than I do, like start upgrading to red belts. I just don't like to do it when it's this big, this much stuff to do. It's so much easier to just have robots do it. So that's why I wait. I know my last playthrough, I learned not to, like, because for a while I'll probably only have like 1 or 2 machines making it, depending on how I do it. If I make a whole line of machines making them, and we have like 10 machines making red belts, it'll happen a lot quicker, which is maybe what I'll do. But before, I was only having like I have with these ones, I would have 1 machine making the red ones, and so, you know, they stockpile at whatever this stockpile's at, like 3,000. I would go to the base and I'm like, okay, well, if I would put down an upgrade planner, there's 20,000 belts already in my base, so 1 full chest only does like 3,000 out of 20,000. It takes a while, basically, is my point. But if I have a bunch of things making it, then it'll take less time. So, but playing solo, it's like I was doing a lot more methodical, slow stuff. Now that I'm trying to be more I'm trying not to have 10,000 videos before I get to, you know, the later sciences, blue science and whatnot, so. Alright. So, we have everything being crafted that we need to make blue science. So I might as well start that. And it's going to look a lot like this. But yeah, here we go. So I'm going to copy and paste what I did for the gray science over here. Right here. I want to do it at the same distance. So I'm just going to run myself sideways like this. And that's good right there. We're going to change this recipe to blue science. Copy paste that all the way down. Oh, I want to paste that recipe onto the splitters or the inserters. We are almost there. So excited. Be doing, once I get blue science up and running fully to the full capacity, we're going to start with, like I said, that advanced oil processing. But once we get that going to its full capacity, we'll do a lot less of this manual placing of stuff that I've been doing. Very, very exciting. I don't think I missed anything except the lights. Throw those down, but I usually wait till dark to throw down lights. Oh, power pole here. Okay, so it's about the same thing as we have right here. Takes 3 ingredients, so we're gonna have to set up 3 things, 3 different producing columns. And also, like I said, starting from, oh, missing undergrounds, gotta go get some of those. Make a restocking run. And my inventory is really full, so I'm also gonna drop off some things. These, I can put all the coal in these machines, all the iron. These, if I had any stone bricks, I can throw them in there. That'll get rid of stone bricks. These, any extra iron. Gears. I'm just cleansing my inventory of junk that I don't want by putting it into machines that need the things. These I can get rid of stone, and I can throw the wood in this junk chest over here. And these low-grade power poles. Let me just grab everything that I can while I'm here. Good on these. Good on these. Assemblers. We're no more assemblers stocked up. They've all been crafted into higher tier assemblers, so that's super great. Stock up on these and start replacing all the assemblers. I just got to be wary of power because these take 77.5 kilowatts. These ones take double that, 150 kilowatts. So if I do everything to the 2 times speed or the 2nd grade speed ones, just got to be careful that I don't overload the power network. Mining drills we're pretty good on. Undergrounds I definitely need more. Belts, I'll grab some more. Splitters, another stack. And pipes, underground pipes. More of those. That's pretty good for now. What else? I need this stuff. Power poles, yes. Always need more power poles. Alright, so we got all the modules unlocked. I'll go over those in a later video, probably once I get my base upgraded to the next belt speeds and whatnot. Just gonna start queuing up all the military research. And all these, on my playthroughs, like I said, I play pretty passively, so I don't use a lot of this stuff until like later, much later in the game. But it's a lot of cool stuff if you're, you know, struggling with biters in the early game. Okay. So first, these are gonna take 3 red chips, 1 sulfur, 2 engine units. So like I did over here, I'm just gonna continue it. So the one that takes 3 is gonna be the red chips. I'm gonna have these red chips go in right here. And the one that's gonna take 2, I'm gonna do a split belt like this. So I'm gonna have red chips are gonna go in right here. Oh, and this was I was gonna drag the output all the way down to where it needs to go. Just run it right through this, because why not? And once we start making the blue science, now it'll go onto this half belt right here with the gray science. Light this up real quick. Alright, so red chips are going to be fed in right here because those take the most. So I want it on its own belt. It's not that important to do. With the things that only take 1 at a time, I'll put them on the half belts. The things that take more than 1, I'll put it on a full belt. Like these walls take 2, so full belt to walls, half belt to this. Same idea for this. The one that take the most, the red chips, I'll put them on their own belt. But I'm not even going to have enough production to fill all this for a while, so not that important. Okay, so first and foremost, well, honestly, this is going to be pretty simple. Back this up a little bit so it's right here. This one is going to be sulfur. Boom, just like that. And this one is going to be the output of motors, which take a very long time. Let me replace this, clear my hotbar for more space, put these where the old ones were. So these motors kind of suck to make. They're just annoying. They take forever, but we can remedy the forever part by making a ton of machines that make them. Oh, and I unlocked a bunch of fluid stuff, so I'm just going to get rid of all this so it doesn't bother me anymore. We unlocked the ability to put fluids into barrels. I'm not really sure exactly why that's done. I guess for transporting long distances or something, or sending into space. I don't know. I had like never used this feature though. I never used the putting stuff into barrels, because then you got to make the barrels, then you have to have a machine to put them in, and then a machine to unload them. I don't get it. I'm sure there's a good reason. So engine units. These take steel, they take gears, and they take pipes. So same idea. I'm going to put the gear and the steel onto... no, I'm not going to do that actually. I lied. Because they take so long to make, I don't think it matters that much. I'm going to do this setup that I did right here. That should be good for 3 of them. Maybe I need more, maybe not. We'll see. These are going to take in steel. steel. And they're going to take in these two things from right here. Oops. And then just get this started. Yeah, that's about it. And they're going to output right here. Pretty simple. Just need iron right here. And oh. Iron right here as well. Oops. Since I copy and pasted from earlier in the build, it has the old assembling machines, the old power poles, so I just gotta redo some of it. And I'll pull from the next belt down instead of the same belt. And now we power it up. Alright. So now we just kind of wait, but in the meantime, I'll keep extending this because we're going to want a bunch of these. Probably don't need that many power poles. I just know these things take forever, so I like to make a ton of them. Oops. And we're just about ready. So these are making at a rate of 0.07 per second, so very slow. We're making 10 per minute, not only including these ones, including everyone. So they're very slow, but it's better than nothing to start with. So yeah, improve on it later. But we are now making blue science, and I'm also going to turn all these into the upgraded machines so that they're making a little bit faster. We can make more red chips as well. Expanding the red chips will help increase production, but for now we got blue science. Very, very slow trickle of it. But like I said, we're only focused on getting this first, because then we can do this research unlock and get a lot better oil production than just this little bit of trickle of oil. And then we just feed it onto the belts that are already doing these things, and yeah, it'll be pretty good to go. So this I could probably double. It's not the most efficient build ever, I think, for red chips. I'll have to double check. But for now, it gives us a slow trickle of them, so that's great. Yep. that is going to be that. So we are going to go ahead and end the episode there, I think. Going forward, definitely going to improve on this because these take so long to make. Red chips are just so slow, but 20 per minute's not horrible. 20 per minute blue science is not horrible. That's only 3 minutes or so before we were able to research this. And once I do get that researched, then I will go ahead and start tapping this oil and expanding the oil production, as well as starting to research all the stuff that blue science unlocks, which is a lot. This is where the game really gets more complicated, but also more fun. But yeah, I think that's probably going to do it for this episode. Did a good amount. This is not the final product. I'll probably tweak this a bit here and there, but it's a start. So I appreciate everybody that's coming to watch my videos and enjoying the content. Yeah, and I got some more ideas going forward of things I might want to do with the channel. So it's been fun. I'm enjoying it. So I'm glad all the other people that are here are also enjoying my Let's Play. But I will see you guys in the next one.